Cecil Global and African Diaspora News Channel presents the Ghana Luxury Property Tour. It will be a 8-day tour coming to you starting October 1 through October 8, 2023. Now, you enjoy a 5-star stay at a hotel, the finest properties in Ghana. You connect with industry professionals. You will also visit cultural landmarks, have a meet and greet with the team, and so much more. Make sure that you go to the description box below and hit that link just to sign up. So we got this video of an African sister talking about when she went through immigration and how they showed a video to her in immigration about life in America and how they portrayed Black Americans to her at that moment. But let's go ahead and roll that.
And to clear the air, okay? Nobody, if I didn't know nothing called African American until I came to America. Before that, we were in Egypt, okay? When we were in Egypt, when we did our papers, when we was about to come to America, yes, they take you through sessions of understanding America and American life and the inhabitants of America. Okay, back home, we just know the Red Indians. We just know the Red Indians, okay? And then we know the white people of America. That's it. 2 races, okay? But when you're going through the sessions of coming to America, especially from Egypt, they tell you later on, they put you in a room and you have to watch a video that, and then they introduce you the African American race, okay? Don't come blaming us Africans for how they portray you guys, okay? As soon as you learn about African American race, at the same time you learn about 911, okay? This is a white man. This is how they train people who come to America. That's when you're shocked about this unknown race that they talked about. But they don't tell people, oh, these are from slaves, or, you know, slavery, all that stuff, okay? They just tell you, these people, they steal, they show people videos. Be mad at the white man. Any African can tell you when you're going through process of coming to America, they show you a video. They show you a video of a black man with a white t-shirt, blue jeans, walking around the neighborhood. And as soon as the black man keep walking, maybe the 3rd time, then you call 911 and a white officer will come through, okay? Because then they show you these people, they steal, drug dealers, they kill each other, blah, blah, blah. So this like a warning, okay? They warn people about this race that you're about to come and encounter in America, okay? But besides that, nobody knows about the African American race, okay? Furthermore, when you start going to school here, then Kunta Kinte, history, and stuff like that, then you learn about the slavery, okay? Before that, no such thing as African American existed, okay? So African American is it's a group of people that has been kept very hidden in America, okay, by the white men, by the slave owners. They kept that very hidden, and they introduce you guys very vicious, okay? Drug dealers, killing each other, gang banging, all this stuff. They're not supposed to be trusted. They walk around your house. The 3rd time, call the police, and then the police come, and then the police will handcuff the black guy. And that's how they introduce you guys to us, okay? But some of us, we know the difference and stuff. And then later on, you start to learn. You start to learn what really happened, okay? And that's what happened. What the hell? We don't know any of that stuff. We know the Red Indians and we know white Europeans in America.
Now, this is not the first time that I've heard a Black immigrant say that there was this particular video or they were told, be careful around those Black Americans. Oh, watch yourself. You don't want to be around them. This is not the first time I've heard this, but if there's a particular video that's being shown, where is the video? What's the name? Email me the video. Email me a link to the video. I want to see the video that they're showing, because if they're showing a video and it's biased against Black Americans, then we need to deal with that particular video and also, you know, the immigration, all that itself. It needs to be exposed and called out, because if that's really happening like that in a video, then that's straight up and down racism, period, against Black people. But let's go a little deeper in what she was saying. All we really know is the Red Indians and white Europeans. Okay, well, if you know the story of the Red Indians, right, and the story of the white Europeans, and how you don't know slavery?
When we were in Egypt, when we did our papers, when we was about to come to America, yes, they take you through sessions of understanding America and American life and the inhabitants of America. Okay, back home we just know the red Indians. We just know the red Indians. Okay, and then we know the white people of America. That's it. Two races. Okay.
Because all that happened over here. How do you not know that? I'm just asking the simple questions. If you know about the Indians and white people and what happened to the Indians, and you don't know what happened after that, it's like it's just blank. And then what I don't understand, and I've asked this question many times before, how is it that you're so happy and comfortable to be around a group of people that colonized the continent of Africa, who still to this day is neo-colonizing and stealing the resources from the continent of Africa? How don't you have an issue with a lot of that? That's only the question I'm having. And even if they show you that, somebody can, you know how many times that these folks have told us and showed us about the African continent? And, oh, you don't want to be over there because of Boko Haram. And, oh, you don't want to be over there because it's not safe. And you don't want to be over there because look at the kids starving. And, oh, look how horrible it is. And you don't want to be there. And you know what? All that was lies. All of it. I'm not saying Boko Haram don't exist. I'm not saying crime doesn't exist. Crime exists in every nation on the earth. The poor you have with you always. That's the scriptures teach. You got poor right here in America. You got poor over there. You got poor all over the world, right? But I don't listen to nothing that the white supremacists say. Neither do I value what he say. I value nothing he says. If I don't go see it myself, I have to take what he says like a grain of salt until I go investigate and see it for myself. Because if I'd have listened to him, I never went to the African continent. And when I went on my own and seen it for myself, man, I love being there. I can't wait to get back. Every time I leave, I'm like, okay, when the next time I'm coming back? What's my plan to be here more on a permanent basis? That sort of thing. If I've been listening to white supremacists, I would never think like that.
Tell you, when you're going through process of coming to America, they show you a video. They show you a video of a black man with a white t-shirt, blue jeans, walking around the neighborhood. And as soon as the black man keep walking, maybe the third time, then you call 911 and a white officer will come through. Okay.
So to me, in this day and time, we're talking about 2023. It's no excuse in 2023 to have an ignorance about black people, no matter where they at. Because even if you don't know, even if you don't understand, you can get on Google. And I've been to African countries. The internet works over there too. People got their cell phones in the African continent. They got laptops. They got desktop computers. They have tablets. They have everything to access the internet there. So it's no excuse that you can't say, you know what? Let me go kind of research a little bit about the history of black Americans. Let me research what is this relationship with black Americans and white people? Why they have this kind of relationship? You know, what's the history here? And you can start researching on your own. You don't have to depend on a school to educate you. You know, the majority of the knowledge that I have didn't come from no public institution, no private institution. It came from me sitting myself down and researching, reading, etc. That's how I got the majority of my knowledge. Also, life, has happened too. But the majority of my knowledge is that. That's what it is. I didn't depend on their system to teach me anything. So no, that is an excuse that some of y'all, in 2023, you don't have an excuse. I'm not going to let you have an excuse. Now, this is 1980s, little excuses there because we didn't have the internet back then. 1990s, I'll give you a little bit more leeway back in the 1990s. I know AOL started coming up around later toward the end of the 90s and all of that. But after the 2000s, definitely today. Let's talk about today. You have no excuse today to not to know because you can easily research. Before any country I go to that I've never been before, I start researching that country. I start researching, what go on over there, the good, the bad, the in-between. I want to know the good places to go, the bad places to stay away from. I want to know the culture. I want to know everything that I can research on my own before I go so I'm kind of mentally prepared to what I'm going to see. There's no way in the world that I'm going to let somebody show me a video of a black person and just thinking, oh man, so I need to stay away from them, and think they all that way. Come on now. No. The fact is, the way you have the attitude that you have is because people have been getting on to you about and now you want to blame the white folks. Yeah, that I've heard that they've done that, and I told you I will acknowledge that. But there's no excuse in 2023. A video like this should not work in 2023 unless you in particular, or your family in particular, not the whole group, just you or your family in particular, has some sort of issue, with black Americans, which I don't know why, because we never did you anything. We didn't colonize your land. We didn't steal your resources. We haven't done that to no group of people. So it's no issue. If you think you should have an issue with, it's them folks, because they did that to you, and they still doing that to you now. That's why I told you, it's amazing to me how the majority of the world loves white supremacy and white supremacists. It's crazy to me. Even after they colonized you, you still love them? I mean, wouldn't you think common sense would be, I'm not going to love anybody that stole from me. I'm not going to love anyone that occupied my land. Why would I love that kind of person or that kind of people or their system? Why? It doesn't make sense. But y'all let me know what y'all think about, what this sister is saying. Because I just view that as an excuse. It's an excuse to give justification of ignorance. Everyone today have access to research online. If you don't know, get the knowledge.